Hello everybody, it's Jeremy here, and today we are doing our English reception workshop, or we call it a learn workshop, and it's here to give you ideas to support your child at home in their sort of English, their reading and their writing in the main. So it's going to be brief. Normally we would be doing this with you and you'd be practicing with your children in the small hall. It'd be so much easier, but I'm just going to give you a general overview that you can sort of look at, and it'll give you a bit of guidance and a bit of support over the next few weeks. And obviously we would have done it earlier in the year, probably October, rather than now kind of coming to the end of April. But hopefully it will be of some support. So the Learn Workshop, so it's about learning, it's about helping the children to engage with their learning. It's about empowering, giving you parents support and to empower you to help your child to do the best that they can. It's about helping your child achieve to their best potential. It's about reaching those heights, their goals that they can do, and about nurturing. So it's about having a nice time with your child, supporting them, getting your arm around them and sort of helping them there with their learning. So we will do this by encouraging partnership. Obviously, during COVID times, it is very difficult to have this partnership. Normally, you would be coming into the classroom every morning. We could have a chat informally or make it a bit more formal, but obviously it's been difficult at this time. But always, if you do need to speak to one of the teachers in the reception or anywhere in the school, please do get in touch and, let us know your thoughts. Here, we're going to be modelling best practice. Again, if we were in the classroom or in the hall together doing this, it'd be much easier, but I will do my best to show you. We'll be sharing resources. We've got a little pack that we'll be giving you, and these packs will definitely be something that you'll be able to use at home, providing resources for you to use at home. And offering support. Obviously, we would normally have a Q&A session during the session and certainly at the end of the session if you were concerned about anything. But always feel free that you can approach us and talk to us about something if you have a concern about how to support your child at home. So, in reception, children learn English through talking and listening to each other. They're doing it all day long. They're outside, inside, they're playing, they're talking. It's a fantastic way. The children, that's how they develop their language. Through imaginary play, they have toys, they will set up scenarios. We might be using things that they know, like the Three Billy Goats Gruff and the Troll, and they'll be retelling the story and making it all up. They'll be outside, playing on the apparatus, sort of creating scenarios where they're saving each other. Listening to stories is key. We do so much of that in reception. We have stories 2 or 3 times a day. It's so important. Keep reading your children's stories as much as you can every day. At night, it's a lovely way to go to sleep, sharing a story with them. Reading, the children reading in each classroom. There's a reading corner where they're encouraged to go and sit down and quietly read their books. They're often in there sharing. Some of them are reading using the words, some of them are using the pictures, retelling stories. It's all good. There's no right and no wrong there. We do lots of singing, lots of songs, lots of rhymes. Old ones, new ones. Again, it's really important helping them develop their language, and really good for children with EAL to get kind of regular repeated lyric going through, so they pick it up and they follow it. It's a lovely way of helping them. Talking and listening to adults. So obviously they do talk in a different way to each other, and they talk in a different way to adults, and we will model how we would like them to talk. So if they say something and we kind of get it slightly wrong, we might repeat it to them, but saying it in the correct form. Again, that is important, showing them the right way to say a sentence. And having a go at writing. Yeah, obviously they come in reception, and lots of them don't have many sounds. They have a few. I mean, there's a real range, but having a go. Doesn't matter if you get it wrong. It's about trying to have a go, trying to think, what is that sound, and trying to write it down. And also the key thing we have in reception is phonics. Phonics is a big thing, and we do phonics every day. We're doing different sounds, phonemes, we're doing digraphs every single day, even trigraphs towards the end. Okay, so some things that parents often get wrong is doing the sounds. We'll say, if I say to you, what's this? And a lot of people say, that's N. And we say, well, okay, we're not really using that sound. We will tell the children that the name of that letter is N, but we are focused on the sound it makes. And it makes the sound N. It's quite short, N. It's not N, and it's not N, it's N. And then you hear it within the word. So here we've got the word nut. There's the picture. And it's N, T, nut. And we kind of do that. We have these little robot arms. The children know all this. So you ask them. It's N, T, nut. So it's 3 separate sounds. N, T. And we push it together to make nut. Okay. First of all, the sounds that we do, we call them phase 2 phonics. Our children, nearly all of them, will know these. They should know all of these now. And you can practice. And there's a picture there, and that's the initial sound. So for G, that we don't really say, we say G, and it's that first sound in goat. So it's G, goat. Umbrella. So you can hear the sound in the picture. Here, we've got the digraph, we've got double S there, which makes a S as in grass. Okay. So these are phase 2. And next, we obviously have the phase 3 phonics, which is on the reverse of this. These you will all have at home. The phase 3, lots of, so you got J, V, W, X. Each of them have an action that goes with it. So for example, X, or the letter X, is X. We use the Jolly Phonics system for it. Okay, so here, so when we're doing sounds, we have S as in snake. We have S in nest. We ask the children, can you hear it? What sounds can you hear in the words? And at the end, in nuts, you can hear the S at the end. Here is A. And for A, we have the action A. And there's a little rhyme that goes with it. It's A, ants on my arm. A, ants on the arm. A, ants on my arm. They're causing me alarm. A, the children say. They love it. You ask them, they'll know most of these songs. So it's A for apple. A for ant. And A in the middle of bag. B, A, G, bag. You can hear that A. T, teddy. Spots. Can you hear it? Spot, spots. And here we have it on both. In tent. T, N, T, tent. So here in the pack there is a nice there's a little game here on this laminated sheet. I'll make it a little bit bigger. So this game is called I Spy. So you can talk about the pictures you can see with the children and give them little questions like, can you find the teddy? Where's the teddy? Oh, there it is. Okay. And then you could play another game. Say, choose, let's use the letter, the sound S. How many words or how many pictures can you find that begin with that sound? S. Let's have a look. Might be tricky for you. The obvious one there is sun. I can see sun. Over here, what's that? It's a sock. Sock. But also, it doesn't have to be just beginning with. So it can you hear at the end of a word or in the middle of the word? So I could think, bus. Bus. Brilliant. We've got that one. So it's just recognizing, hearing the sounds and then applying it. Okay. So blending and segmenting. So this helps the children learn to read. So we break the sounds down and we use sound buttons so they know if there's a sound button, there's a sound. So here in the word kick, there are 3 sounds. It's k, I, k. And we teach CK as the k sound. So it's k, I, k. And then we draw a line underneath and say the whole one. So k, I, k, kick. It just helps the children. It helps them know how many sounds they've got to say. So we have a snakes and ladders game. Here we go. Again, that is on the back of the I Spy game. So you've got the I Spy game, you turn over. You have got the Phonics snakes and ladders game. And basically what you do, you will have a dice, and this is in your pack as well. You will roll that dice, and what will it land on? It lands on a 2. Fantastic. So I go, there's a counter in there as well. Let's get my pack. Sorry, I'm jumping around a little bit. There's my counter. You've got a yellow one and a red one. There's 2 in there. You put your counter, you count on 1, 2. Oh, I've landed on this. It's p, a, n. Pan. The children get it right, they can go up the ladder. Okay? Just like normal game of snakes and ladders. And then again, if you land on a snake up here, they read it, run. They will go down and have to start again. Okay, where are we? So these are things that are in the pack. We have phoneme frames, like this. There will be a little sheet in your pack, has some little ones that you will be able to practice with your children. You will have seen some of these already. I'm sure we've sent them back in the past, but it all helps. It's all good. So, as you can see, with the word fan here, is quite a high, long letter that goes all the way below the line as well. So it just helps them know what kind of letter. You got your f, then you put your a, and then n, fan. Okay, f, a, n, fan. The same with the word here will be dig. So you've got a tall letter, D, or the letter D, D. It's a tall letter. So you know it fits in there. Helps you with your letter formation. I. And then the G, obviously, descends quite a long way. Dig. D, I, G. Dig. We also do this with we've moved on and we have done lots of digraphs, and you can do the same thing with the digraphs. It's just got a slightly wider box because obviously it's 2 letters. So like here with this one, it's moon. So it's ooh, moon. There you go, moon. Right. So, high frequency words. These are words that children use, they will say, and they will use a lot. So they're just good words to practice with. We've got phase 2. There's quite a lot there. Lots of the children can read these. Lots of the children can write them. But again, lots and lots of practice is needed. Lots of these words, if they know them, it will help them read a sentence much quicker. They'll be able to get the flow and read through the books much quicker. And then we move on the back, we move on to the phase 3 high frequency words. So these are there for you to know. You can choose a few, practice, see what the children can read, support them, sound them out. Some can sound out, some are trickier words. If it's a tricky word, you can't sound it out. Like the word the, because it doesn't go, you don't go te. That's not how you spell the. So you've got the digraph at the start, which is th, is the th, and then it's not an So we just teach them, and we teach the children just to learn and recognize the word the and other words, other tricky words such as me, into, go, etc. Right. And here we are, tricky words. So there's the phase 2. They're the early ones. These are the ones we've been practicing. Lots and lots of the, to, I, no, go, and into. Again, these will be in the pack and you've had them before. And then they get a little bit more difficult. But again, it's a case of using them, practicing them, getting to know them, getting to recognize them. Letter formation is very, very important. The children have missed out on, some things because of lockdown. There are key things that we want them to know. They need to be writing their letters in the correct format. You'll often find that children, for the letter A, here we go, you go all the way around, up and down and flick. Sometimes they'll do a circle and then a line. But that won't help them next year, going into year 1, going into year 2, where they're using a cursive or a joined up script. They need to be leaving that letter down at the bottom. Okay? Again, it's practice, practice, practice. Children will learn to form it themselves, but we need to try and stop them getting into those bad habits. Like all of us, we get little bad habits and it's trickier to stop doing it. So please, please, just do little things, a little bit of practice. Choose a letter or 2 letters, a couple of times a week, and just practice them. See which ones your child finds more difficult. See which ones they're easy. You don't need to practice them as much. Things like I or I. Children get that quite easily usually because it's quite a simple one, okay? Things like W is often quite tricky. They'll often go up from the bottom and down. If you look at all of these, you will have it on your sheet, all of them, not one do they start a letter at the bottom. They all start either here or even higher up there. And the same with the number formation. Again, it's key. Get it right. Try and keep practicing, keep practicing. It will be so much better for the children if they can get it right and get it right now. We obviously are in partnership with you. That's what we're saying. We can do so much in school, but the practice is really good if you can do it at home. It really benefits. You see the children who practice at home make, even more progress. Yeah? So a few minutes reading every night, maybe 5 minutes reading, maybe a little bit of writing. Everybody has got a whiteboard. We sent a whiteboard and a pen home before lockdown, the last lockdown. So everyone's got one of those. The children really enjoy using them. Much easier to write on almost than paper. I mean, paper's fine, but these are really nice. And then you can wipe it off. It doesn't matter if they make a mistake. You just wipe it off and try again. You can model it. So you could show them how to do a letter A or A all the way around, up, down, and flick. And then they have a go. They practice. You can put a dot there. Right, start there. So they put their pencil on, they know, and they do it. Okay? So I know there's lots to take in. I know that was quite quick, but it might have felt a bit longer. Normally, this is an hour session that we do, and it's interactive, and we're having a go as we go along, and you can ask questions and things. So I'm hoping that this will be useful for you. Please watch it. You can skip through little bits, go back over bits. And if you're not sure on anything, please ask us. Come in. You have Clodagh, Faye, and my email address. Send us an email or have a chat if we can over the fence. I know it's more difficult at the moment, but we are really, really happy and want to support you in any way that we can. Anyway, I hope that was okay. I hope it wasn't too rushed and you could see it okay. And look forward to seeing you soon. Okay, goodbye.